Welcome back everybody to Scrumptious playthrough of Final Fantasy 16. Today we are done with side quests, I think, for the time being. We're going to go to the infirmary.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Blind Dominion. Nameless Slum.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
You like his story.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
Vivian.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Alright, got a new missive. Got more hunts as well, that's good. Let's take a look at the hunt board. Right. The Trifecta Terror. A caravan of traders traversing the Velcroy told me of a colossal beast they had encountered on their journey. To hear them tell it, had a high aspect of a dragon, a lion and a scorpion all at once, who got a chimera. Tested it might be naught but a mirage, a phantasm brought by the desert. The sweat which ran down the foreheads was cold, fear their eyes. I think that's the Velcroy. It's just outside Dammermill. Velcroy. Okay, S rank as well, 50 renown. That's good. Okay, let's... Yeah, I'm guessing it's in here. Or here. Where do we fancy? I think it's probably going to be here, I would guess, so...
What do you mean, don't jump to conclusions?
Let's just take a look.
Faster! How the hell did that...
Thought that might have been... Is that something there? Some items down there. I think it's going to be here. I'm just going to drop a save quickly. Because you never know. Oh, there it is. It's not that far, but it is an S rank, so I do want to actually make sure we're as close as possible. This could be a couple of attempts. So the last S rank was.
Be safe.
We've got Ragnarok, so. Gorgimera.
We're not gonna outrun this one. Stay close.
Wow, you can frostbite these things. Taking damage from this thing. Let's just freeze it. Staggered. Not the best stagger in the world. Excellent pull. Pull him down, we forgot to do that last time. Push wrong button. Staggered. Then we're gonna diamond dust here. Potion here. Taking a few of my resources here. Pull him down. If I can get this stagger. Yeah, that was so badly done, it's ridiculous. Does so much damage. Should go down here. He does. $50 renown. It's good. We've got some more orichalcum. Decent.
Should have picked on someone your own size.
Indeed. Okay. That done. Let's head back to the hideaway. I need to go to Karen and get some potions. So use them there.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of... Still alive, are you? Go on, then.
Yeah. Used quite a few there.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again.
Okay.
Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
I say, as hunts and side quests come up, I will be off to do them. So the hunts are good. That one was, an S rank was moderately easy, barring his delta attack.
Say it all you. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I am.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
Yeah, just land where we landed.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Right. Oh, bloody new quest
What
has
will it be
come up.
today? Allow me to educate you.
Just get these done.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Shadow Coast is where we're headed.
Very good.
So I've got this reading table and Phoenix Heal Thyself. So many side missions.
Please, your grace. My Lord Marquis.
Phoenix Heal Thyself.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua, anything.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the aether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more aether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The aether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Cool. I'll do this one. Ugh. We have got this as well that we need to do, but that's fine. Okay, off to 3 reads. Not actually that far, which is nice. Don't mind it when it's not that far to travel.
Faster!
So we're here for the carrot a while ago. Well, obviously to the right. So I'm gonna have a look straight across and then to the left.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wall.
It's amazing that our brochure can't come in here.
Blood red petals.
Hi. Do this.
It's my luck. I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
Oh snap. I don't want to stagger him just yet. Now I can. Get the Will of the Whites going around, you see. Permafrosted. Parried. Cold. Staggered. Easy. Over there. Grab this. So obviously need more sharp fangs. We're very low on them. Not like we gathered any of them across the whole playthrough.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it.
Size of that mace. Or hammer, it'll be probably at that size. Right, let's go back to Yote.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Covered in nicks and lumps they are. So I still haven't seen a Biggs or a Wedge. Maybe it's just some characters that I've not seen, but they're normally prominent enough to be titled.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Stonewort, one of the few varieties of flora capable of resisting high concentrations of ether. This herb is most often found in and around ether floods, where the fauna that would feast on its nutritious roots often fall prey to their archaic cousins, if they don't turn themselves.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's complete. More renown, 30 for that. That was easy money for that renown. And reading table. We'll do the reading table before we end things up here, ladies and gents, see what you get. And then we'll go to the shelves, continue across the narrow.
How do you split the sea?
With great power is how you split the sea. Jill, how you doing?
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash, and has even agreed to forgo payment. Until our return, that is.
I do get a funny feeling that could be a one-way ticket. Though we can probably still teleport around, but
The stew's awfully thin.
the way they're talking about how difficult it is to get to Waloed, and if that's the not a point of no return, well, it would be technically. Anyway, a tale makes four. From Otto, Clive. There's one crystal left needs cracking, but one man who can do it. See that you don't miss. Well done. Yeah, whether or not, you know, we'd land on Waloed and we're locked into Waloed until we take down the Mother Crystal. But ladies and gents, we're going to call this one an episode. I am going to head up and just walk the 70 yards to the next one. So please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help me out. There'll be some more Final Fantasy 16 coming away shortly. See you all in the next one.